Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your hour of live readings. It's lovely, as always, to have you all here. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. I hope you're well. I'll just wait for a few to join and we'll get started. Hi, Gail. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, Gail. Hi, Emma. Lovely to see you. Just give it a minute and we'll get going, everybody. Hi, Kira. Lovely to have you here. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. If you can hear a squawking in the background, I've not got a baby bird. That's how my kitten sounds when she's meowing. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Amanda. Well, for those that haven't met me before, my name is Kirsty Ashton and I'm a spiritual medium. And it's always a pleasure and a privilege to be able to connect with your loved ones in spirit. Because it's all part of that healing journey when we know that they're with us, supporting us, bringing that love and guidance that we all need. It really does help us heal. I know we will always miss them physically, but to have them there supporting us, it really does help. And it's always nice to hear from them. How I work, I don't always know. I've learned over the years to go with the flow and just see what happens. On platform, I'll always work direct, but on live, sometimes I'm direct and sometimes I have to offer it out. So I do just go with the flow. Just have a quick drink. I am aware of a lady coming into my energy, and this lady's a mum. She gave me the names Rachel and Barbara, but these names don't have to be her names. It's just the names that she's brought forward, so they could be linked to her or the sister here today. This lady's so kind. When she came in, I had a banging headache. So I don't know if somebody here has really suffered with headaches or with if this lady, the mum, had headaches. It was just a condition that she put on me. But she were really stubborn, this lady. They gave a drive, really. She says, I didn't like to give in. She goes, I wanted to do it all myself. She goes, but I needed help in the end. And I did appreciate it, even though I really just wanted to do everything myself because I never wanted to be a bother. I just wanted to just get everything done myself. She loved her family. She would always with them. I know she spent a lot of time with her daughter, and she's a really fun lady. She's coming across really gentle in her energy, but I know that if she had to, she would stick up for the family. Um, if any of her children got told off at school or the parent needed to go in, she'd be there within a heartbeat and sorting everybody's problems out. And people came to her for advice, and people were drawn to her because of her energy. Terry, so you can understand this as your mum. Lovely, lovely lady. she had a beautiful smile, and well, I've got Nancy as well. Um, she's not telling me how she passed, but I feel that she was quite a private lady. Um, if she was like with the nearest and dearest, she would open up. But if she didn't know somebody, she was quite private. She goes, but that was just me. Let me see. I am getting a bit breathless, so I don't know if this is with the lady or if somebody here's really been suffering with the breathing. Because my chest just feels a bit tight and I'm just feeling a bit breathless and I feel like my throat's a bit constricted, a bit sore as well. So I don't know if that's linked to here or the person I need to speak to today. But it just, my chest and my throat just feels really uncomfortable. I've also got the name Rebecca, so I don't know if that's linked to this lady or the sitter, but she just brought in that name. If any names come through, it could be linked to the person you've got with you, it could be linked to yourselves. It doesn't have to be a name in spirit, or it could be a name here on the earth plane. I just feel like I need to take a deep breath. So I know that I think I've got Cat and she wanted to call you Rebecca when you were born. I'm definitely with you then, Cat. I think she brought me that name through just to break to find out where I was going. But I feel like I need to take a deep breath. So I feel that you've got a lot on your plate at the minute and you're juggling a lot of things, she's saying. But you and your mum are a lot alike. You're both so family orientated and you'd do anything for anybody. And she's saying that you just need a breather. She goes, even if it's just for half an hour, um, you got that much on your plate that you're always putting everybody before yourself. And it's time now to put things to do what you want to do. Um, she says you need to treat yourself, and she's smiling with that. So I know you and your mum love making memories together. She goes, we even had a laugh if we went shopping together. Um, she goes, we used to have a right laugh. She goes, we'd be giggling. She goes, and we love people watching. She goes, if we were sat in a coffee shop having a coffee, she goes, we'd always be people watching and seeing what were going on in the world. And she was really good at bargains as well. She was good at finding good bargains. She's talking about adapting to change. So I don't know if there's some change in your life at the minute. Um, but I do feel there is some change, something that she's saying that you've been waiting for. Um, let me see. Let me word this. There's something you've been keeping your cards closely to your chest, and there's something that you need to speak to somebody about, and you're just taking your time. And she don't like upsetting people, but there's something that's really been bothering you, and you'll know when it's time to speak aloud, she's saying. But she's such a kind lady. I need to give you, when I just looked at your comment there, it says 1111. So I know that's an angel number. So I need to give you that. But I feel that you go through stages in life and you'll see a lot of angel numbers, and spirit is always with you. They're there helping you. Your mum's with you every day, and I know that recently you've been reflecting on a lot of things in life. You've been asking for your mum to help you, to help support you in every every decision in life, like she would when she were here. She is so proud of you. If I could bottle up the love that your mum has for you, it really is amazing. And she's saying that you need to be kind to yourself. You can be at times very critical of yourself, but she's saying, you're doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of you. She goes, I wish you could see what I can see. You're so shining so brightly from spirit. So be proud of you and just keep believing in yourself. I know that you know when your mum is with you. I know that you look at photographs every day of your mum and you and your mum together, and I can see you like swiping through your phone at different photographs, and that makes her smile, but she's sat with you. I know your mum likes flowers, and she's got a big vase of pink roses, and pink for me is for love. I do feel that roses are significant, and she's just bringing all the love in the world forwards for you. I have picked a card for your cat. It's this one, and it says inspired realization. See where your efforts take you. The number on the card is 11, and I gave you 1111 not a couple of minutes ago. Um, so I feel like either the 11th of a month or the 11th month, which is November, would be significant. And I also need to give you April, and then we're going back to August as well. But I feel recently, looking at this card, that you've been feeling quite inspired, and there's things that you're wanting to put into place. I do feel that there's going to be some change coming your way the next few months, but it's things that you've been waiting for to come into your life. And she says you've always put the hard work in, you've always put the effort in. So to keep doing that now, because you'll end up where you want to be. There's like a circle in the card of all different colours, and I need to give you the times you feel like you're going round in circles, but you will find where you're going to. There's a lot of yellow in there, so I need to give you some upliftment. But yellow for me makes me feel like the outdoors on a summer's day, on a spring day. So I know that you like being out in nature. There's a lot of blue there for some calmness, but I feel that you like being by the water as well. You find like if you buy some running water, you feel like a weight's lifted from your shoulders, and I feel that you need that feeling at the moment. But there's a lot of pink in there, and for me, that's for love. But I feel it's quite a spiritual card, and I know you have that connection. I know you need to keep believing in yourself. And your mum gives you signs every single day to let you know that she is with you and she is supporting you. And she's just saying to trust. because everything will fall into place and that you're perfect just as you are. So I'll leave your mum's love with your cat and thank you for working with me. So good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to have you all here. I am aware of a man coming into my energy, and just as Kat's mum was stepping back, this man was stepping forwards. And he felt like he was a bit impatient. Oh, you're welcome, Kat. It were a pleasure to bring her through for you. Yeah, he sounded like he was a bit impatient, so I know he didn't like waiting around for things. I do feel he's of a grandfather generation. I'm not good at heights because I'm 6 foot, so a lot of people are smaller than me. But I do feel that he was quite tall, that he held himself well. He was really smart. He's got a shirt on at the minute, and he's just got one button open on the neck, and he's got proper trousers on. I feel that he's a really intelligent man, and I feel a lot of the time he had his head in a book. That's how he's making me feel. Either his head in a book or he were reading the paper. Um, but he was a hard worker. He wanted the best for his family. He always wanted to be there for everybody. But he was so punctual. So I know that linked with this man, there is the military connections with him. Just how he's making me feel. I don't know if it's with him or with somebody else. So he's showing me a poppy. And I feel he would have gone to like a remembrance service on Remembrance Sunday, because that meant a lot to him. He did have a very funny sense of humour. He did like to make people laugh. But he says I got grumpy as I got older. But I don't know if he's joking because he's laughing at the same time. I know he got under his wife's feet once he retired. He says sometimes I did it on purpose, sometimes I didn't. But that's his sense of humour again. But I do feel they were a really good match. I can feel her just in the distance, and he's saying, "Well, for once she's letting me talk." Um, I do feel he had. I do feel he had heart or lung problems. Um, I feel a pain in my chest, and I don't know um, if that pain is linked to his heart or his lungs. And I do feel at times he had this hacking cough, and he said it just felt like it was going on forever. He said in his younger days he had a good head of hair, but it did thin as he got older. He did like being outside. He says, "Oh, I didn't like always being cooped up." He says, "I just like to go outside, even if it were just in the garden." And I feel that when his health declined, that he really slowed him down, um, and he couldn't do what he used to. I know he always went to pick up the morning paper when he could, and he says, "Well, that was my routine." And that's what he were like. He were all for routine. Um, let me see. He's showing me mystery books, so I feel that somebody here really likes a good mystery book. Something that they can just get their teeth into. Let me see. I'm just trying to get some more. Asking him to come closer. He's just making me laugh. Let me see. Look at the comments. And I've got to give July as well as a significant month, either for a birthday passing or an anniversary, but we've got November as well. So Debbie, sounds like your dad, but your mum is living. Would your husband's mum and dad be like that, where he, you, his, your, oh, well, sorry, your dad, so your grandparents, would your granddad have got under your grand's feet on purpose? And I could be, I know your mum's here, but I could be picking the information up that way, if that makes sense, Debbie. But I feel like your dad loved like factual books, because he were all for facts. That's how your dad's making me feel. Um, I know your dad were very private. That he just didn't. Um, let me see. He just didn't welcome information. He kept things to himself, your dad, and he has mellowed since his past. I know that there is distance. I do feel I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like you're closer now that he's not here. Um, that's just how he's making me feel. He's supporting you, he really is, and he would always be there for you. Um, he's just making me feel like he's close one minute and more distant the next. But he really didn't take well to being ill. Um, yeah, he didn't like being poorly. He having illness because he felt restricted and he couldn't do what he'd like to do, and he didn't like asking for help as well. I know there would have been hospital stays with your dad, but I don't know if he passed in hospital. He's not sharing that information with me. Um, he's also giving you September as a significant month, so that's for a birthday, passing, or an anniversary. It's giving you the number 25. So I don't know if it's a 25th of a month, if it's a 25th of a month, or if it's a door number, or the second of the second month and the fifth month, which would be May. Sorry, I have to count the months on my fingers. I'm terrible. But he's here to support you, and I know you talk to your dad every day, because he's telling me that we have some lovely chats. He says, and he appreciates you and all that you did. He says, I didn't always have to show it, but I'm always here for you. I've got this card for you, and it says, rise to meet challenges, look up aspirations ahead. And I feel that this is linked to your spiritual journey. And just looking at this card, there's a lady, she's tall, it's like she's just surrendering to moving forward on her journey. But there's like ups and downs in the waves. And it's like all the different learning that you're doing, but you're rising to learn everything that you can. And there's purple, it's like purple waves washing over her. And purple for me is my spiritual colour. And it's like you're just ready, you're moving forward, you're learning everything that you can, and you're trusting and you're just believing in yourself more. Everything has come together, everything has fallen into place. And I also need to give you March as well as a significant month. But he just wants to thank you for everything. He says you were a really good daughter, and he feels blessed to have you. He says, and I'm glad we're getting to know each other better now, and that I can be with you every day and keep talking to me because I am helping you as well. So I'll leave his love with you, Debbie, and thank you for working with me. I'm aware, you passed in March and it's also your brother's birthday. Thank you, Debbie. Aware of a lady now. I know this lady's a grandma because she's told me. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. It was a pleasure. Hope it's helped. And yeah, she was a grandma. She goes, I was a grandma. She was proud as punch to be a grandma. Um, really elegant lady. She loved having her hair done. She would have, the rollers in. She'd go for a shampoo and set. Loved her family to bits. She goes, I loved her good laughs. She got this like wonderful laugh, and you couldn't be having a bad day around her. She stood in the kitchen making a birthday cake. So I know that there's a birthday coming up in the family somewhere coming up now. She says I made a nice cake, I love being in kitchen. She goes, that was my most favourite room because we all came together. She goes, and then on an evening I'd go and sit in the living room and I'd watch telly. I feel she liked the soaps as well. Her family were everything to her. Let me see. She got a bit frustrated with herself because I know her health declined. She's given me the number 86. So I don't know if that's her age or if 1986 is significant or August and June are significant, but she gave me the number 86. I do feel the sitter's had a lot of stress recently, either been through stress or going through stress. So I feel like my head is going to explode. The sitter's not switching off. They've got so much on their mind. They're trying to get so much done. As well as I feel there's somebody in the family that's ill as well, that somebody here's helping out within the family. She's making my tummy feel a bit delicate. So I feel that somebody's suffered with the stomach. I don't know if it's IBS or some bloating, but my stomach feels a bit delicate. Um, I feel there's some arthritis she's just put on me as well. My wrist and my hands feel really painful, and she's got like a little wedding band, and then there's another ring on her finger. I don't know if she had to take them off because of her fingers. I know that her legs are feeling heavy, so she it slowed her down a lot. So can anybody take a lady like this as a grandma? That's how she's making me feel. She keeps repeating, just be yourself, be yourself. And I know that that's for the sitter. I feel that, let me see, I feel over the years somebody's tried to change somebody, and she's saying to be yourself because you're perfect just as you are. Um, so I've got Sandra, and I've got uh, I think I'm with Trish. Um, just the 86. I knew that was significant. Um, yeah, so can I work with you, Trish? She's such a lovely lady. She always knew how to make you smile. Feel that there's just been so much going on in your life, and she's sending you healing. And I feel that you've been helping out a lot of people as well. Um, Friends and family, you're always there at the end of the phone to help out, to bring that support that's needed. She's talking about questioning decisions. So I don't know if that's linked to yourself, Trish, or if it's linked to somebody else around you. But she said about someone's questioning their decisions, um, and keep thinking, have they done the right thing? She's saying that everything you do, you always put thought and effort into, and you weigh everything up. And I can see a pros and cons list, and I don't feel you do it, but I feel in your mind that you do when you've got to make a decision in your mind. You're like, well, that's a pro, that's a con. Am I doing the right thing? She goes, you always do right things. She says, you're just thinking of everybody else first, but what you always do the right thing. And I do feel she comes around you a lot, and she's bringing this abundance of love. I feel like April and May are significant months. She's just bringing the springtime in, and she's saying that the springtime is for new ideas. Over the winter, we're all huddled up inside because it's cold and wet, and we're thinking about what to do with our lives and what do we want to do with the coming year. But the springtime is when everything comes together, when there's signs of change coming in. I've changed my life for the better. It's been a year now, and I'm feeling a lot better now through it. That's good. So it all makes sense. She's giving you an apple pie, so I don't know if they used to make apple pies and apple crumbles. But she just were at her happiest when everybody was together. So I know that when her health declined, somebody were always there for her on hand, and she appreciated that just everybody being together. She goes, it don't matter where we are and what we're doing, but when we all come together, when we're present with each other and just taking that time, it's important. But taking time for self is important too. And I feel that that's what you've done recently. Is had that time for yourself to keep moving forward. Let me see. Just keep being you, keep believing in yourself, and don't listen to others. And I feel there had been a lot of upset last year before, but now that everything is coming together and you're just feeling yourself again. I don't know if you're planning on going on holiday, but or you've booked a holiday. She's picked this card for you, and it's a turtle in the sea. And it says switch off, tune out, and re-energize. And I feel that that's what you're doing a lot of now, just having that time for self, relaxing. I feel that you love being by the water, you love being on a beach and on holiday, just relaxing and taking that time for yourself. There's a lot of green in there. So she's just bringing that green in for healing. We've got the blue for the water and the calmness, and there's the golden sands for the change that's coming up. And I know you said earlier there's been a lot of change this last year, but I feel there's some changes coming in that's really positive, something you've been waiting for, and it's the time now, she's saying. And she goes, I wish, just be proud of yourself. She goes, you're doing so well. She goes, you're shining. She goes, and you're just radiating love and kindness. And just take the time you need for self. Don't let others put pressure on you because you've done so much for everybody else. So just keep doing for you what you need to do and have some fun and enjoy life. And I don't know if you've got a night out with friends planned, but that's just how she's making me feel, that put on your dancing shoes, she's saying, and have a laugh and just keep being present in the moment, which I know is really important to you. So I'll leave her love with you, Trish, and thank you for working with me. Just give me a second, everybody, while the next person steps in. Ah, party for your birthday. That's good, Trish. Can I just come to Joe White, please, quickly? Um, just I felt a man coming in, and just when I looked at the comments, he just drew me to your name, Joe. Um, your husband was your best friend, and he's making me smile. He had so much love for you, and there was that friendship there as well as that love. I know he passed before his time, and I don't feel it's been that long. He's not saying, he keeps coming in and out. Um, he loved every second that he had together. You were just you were soulmates, and he's got the biggest heart going, and he wants. I know he's going. I know it's been hard for you, and there's been a lot of pressure on you. He's missed every day. October last year. I knew it had not been long, Joe. You always did the best for him. Let's see. I feel like there's so much emotion around you, and he's making me feel emotional. He had a smile that lit up a room. He he did. He had love for everybody. Everybody loved him. He loved the family did. He had some good friends, and you all came together for him. And he says, "You gave me the best send off." I know that you still talk about him every day, and there's lots of different photos around the home. I feel like there's one of you two on your wedding day as well. Um, that he keeps drawing me to a photo of you, the two of you together on your wedding day. He says, "You didn't try to do your best, you did your best." He had a really good sense of humour, and he treated you like a princess. He knew how to show love. Um, and even when, with everything that was going on with him, he was still there for you as well. He still wanted to put you first, and still would listen, would give you guidance, would always wanting to help. Are you? Oh, he was happy with the send off, Joe. He says it was perfect. He says, and you put so much pressure on yourself because you wanted it to be the best. He says, but it was a wonderful send off. He says, I was there watching. He says, and he says, I loved ev- everybody talking about memories that they'd had with him. He says, and it was a really special day. He says, I know it was really emotional, but I do feel like there was some laughter as well, talking about memories of life together. And everybody else, his friends, his family, they'd all have a story. And he says those stories are important. He says, but just remember the memories we had together and the love we had together will be in our hearts forever. He says, I'm always with you. He says, and I always stuck up for you, didn't I, when I were here? But I always stick up for you now, you know. I'm trying to give you a gentle push to help you to move forwards. You'll always be my best friend. He is sending you healing, and I feel it's for emotional healing too. I know there's a lot of emotion still around now, and he's bringing that healing forwards for that. As well as I feel that there's healing needed in the family as well. but he did definitely treat you like a queen. He says, I was a romantic. He says, I wasn't scared of giving lovely gifts and giving flowers. He says, I wanted to give her the best I could. I need to give you July as a significant month, Joe, and I need to give you February as well. He loved a good laugh. He's just making me laugh, and he's bringing that humour around you and that upliftment. He really is a special person, he's saying, but, well, you are. He says, you're so special. He says, I'm around you all the time, you know. He says, I sometimes move things around now. Or I'm saying, I'm here, you know, I'm with you. He says, I know you get frustrated when you can't find something. He says, but it's just me, just moving things. And I feel also you've got flickering lights every now and again. And also he's making me aware of, you've seen feathers around, but there's nowhere for the feather to come from, if that makes sense. One's feathers just appear randomly. And he's making me aware of that. I've got this card for you, Joe, and it says, the surprising splendour of life. Enjoy the fleeting pleasures of your everyday. And he wants you to just find that joy in the little things. He says, I know it's still not easy for you, but to do those little things for yourself. He says you've got a good support network, which is really happy and proud that everybody's come together for you, to give you that love and support. But he just says, just keep finding that little bit of joy every day and do things for yourself. He says you're so special. He says, and I know you've just put he'll always be your person, he will. He's saying, but you will always be mine. He is always moving things, but do look out for the feathers just appearing from nowhere. There's a lot of green in the card, and I think I've already mentioned healing. So he's just bringing the healing that's needed. He's bringing a lot of blue around you, Joe, and blue for me is for calmness. So he's just bringing that calmness. I feel like you've got weight of world on your shoulders. You're not sleeping properly. I feel that you wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning. I do feel some nights you're up and down a lot, but I feel you're physically exhausted, but sometimes you'll wake up at about 3 o'clock and then you're like, I can't get back to sleep again. Sorry, Tilly likes to be involved. There's a red in there as well for the passion, and he's got so much passion for you, but he was passionate about everything he did in life. And there's a gold in there, and gold for me is for change. And I do feel that there's going to be little bits of positive change through the year, but it's change that will help you. It says to keep leaning on people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It says, but I'm helping you each and every day. Just be kind to yourself, be patient, because grieving, it is a journey. But when you've got your loved ones around you, it does make it that little bit easier. That'll be why Tilly's around then, because she's up and down. Um, he just wants to give you the biggest hug, because he says, I gave good hugs and a big kiss, and just let you know that he is with you, he is bringing that love that's needed. And he says, I've always got your back. I know you've always got mine. and we'll get through this together. He says, I love you to the moon and back, and I always will. But he's saying you need to ask for help. He says, I know it's not easy for you, but you need to ask for help when you need it. If you don't ask somebody physically, ask him, because he will help you. So I'll leave his love with you, and thank you for working with me, Joe. Lovely man. It was a pleasure to bring him through. Well, I've got 8 minutes left, so I'll try and pick as many cards as I can for everybody here. I'll pick one for Emma Eccles first. I can just see you've put a love heart. Let's see what we've got for you, Emma. I've got this for you, Emma. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. It was a privilege, and I hope it's helped. And it says, release into harmony, Emma. Forgive the past and free your future. And I feel in your life you've had so much going on, and that you've a lot that's gone on in your past, and you feel like you've let go when you're still holding on to things. And it's time to fully let go of them to help you to move forwards. There's a lot of, like the fire in the card, there's the yellow and the orange for energy. So I feel like, Emma, you felt a bit flat recently, and they're just trying to boost your energy up, bring that upliftment in. There's red in there for passion, and you're so passionate about everything you do in life. And I feel it's all linked to moving forward. But you've got to let go of things that have held you back. There's some purple smoke in there, and purple for me is spiritual. So I know that you're a really spiritual person, and you've talked to your loved ones a lot, and you've got that connection there. And there's the blue in there for calmness. Need to give you the month of May as well. But I just keep getting to release the things that help in your back, and just embracing everything to help you to move forwards in life. Because you've got a lot of things that you're wanting to do. So just keep doing bits every day. Keep believing in yourself. Be proud of yourself. Stand tall and be proud. You did have some hard decisions to make in the past, but it's all about the future now and doing what you want to do. So I'll leave the lover spirit with you, Emma, and thank you for working with me. Let's see, Denise Benson. See, I've got this for you, Denise. And it says, be receptive to unexpected blessings, encourage a welcoming heart. And looking at this card, we've got the pineapple. And there's always like little spikes on the pineapple. So I don't know if somebody's been frustrating you recently, and you've got a lot on your mind, or you've had a lot going on in life, and it's now time to do what you want to do. Like there's a lot of like leaves on the pineapple, and for me there's a lot of healing there. Oh, and you love pineapple too. We've got some gold in there for new beginnings, for change. So when one door closes, another one opens. So I do feel that these coming months are really going to be important for the change that you've been waiting for. There's light at the top of the pineapple, so for me that's a spiritual connection. So I know that you talk to your loved ones every day, and you're always asking for their help and advice. There's the purple there, and that's a spiritual colour. So this is like linked to physical life as well as your spiritual ones. I know you're a really spiritual lady. I also need to give you February and August as significant months. But just keep moving forwards. But accept the change that's coming, that you've been waiting for. You're so encouraging to others, but be encouraging to yourself as well. And just embrace all that's to come. And there's a lot of love for you in spirit, Denise. And I'll leave the love of spirit with you. I hope that makes sense to you. Can I come to Mandy, please? See what we've got for you, Mandy. I've got this card for you, Mandy. It says resilience. From challenge to wisdom, journey on. And I feel that just a minute, I'll be with you in a second, Mandy, that I know others need help, Denise, but I feel that Spirit are just trying to nudge you forwards to embrace everything that's coming as well. You always put everybody first, and Spirit are just trying to help you to move forwards as well on your journey. So Mandy, I know that you're a really resilient person. We're getting this card, and you learn from everything that you do. So it's like saying from challenge to wisdom. So everything that happens in your life, it's all learning. Whether it's from hard things, whether it's from positive things, there's always learning there. These plants are like going forwards, they're growing up. And there's the green in there for healing. So I know you send out a lot of healing thoughts, but also I feel you need a bit of healing as well. And you put everybody else first and sometimes forget to ask for yourself. There's the red in the card and red for, well, it's like a reddy pink. So I'll give you the red for passion. So know when you're doing something you really enjoy, you're so passionate about it. And you're so passionate about helping others too. But the pink in there is for love. There's a lot of gold in there. It's like gold flecks of energy. So there is some change coming in for you. It's really good change, positive change. And this card is about keep being resilient, but keep moving forwards as well. You've had so much going on the past 12 months, but things are getting easier as each day passes. And you're taking time for yourself when you need to now. I do feel last year you had a lot of pressure on yourself, but this year it's lifted a little bit as each day's passed. And I don't know if April and February are significant months as well. And I need to give you a fuchsia plant as well. And I feel it's linked to a lady in spirit who like fuchsias. But they're just bringing all the love and upliftment, and when spirit are there with you, you do talk to them, and they do leave you signs to let you know that they're there. But they're so proud of you for everything, and just keep believing in yourself. And I'll leave the love of spirit with you, and thank you for working with me. Oh, sorry, Seal. Ah, okay. I don't know if it's my end or not, but thank you for working with me. Looking at the screen, I don't look like I'm freezing, but I don't know if I am. So thank you everybody for being here today. It's been lovely to have you all here as always. And thank you for always being there, being so supportive, and for all the kindness that you always bring. I do really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm sorry I couldn't get round more people today, but just remember your loved ones are always with you. They'll walk beside you every day because spirit is everywhere. So thank you, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. So take care and look after yourself, and just carry the love of spirit with you every day.